my Jujubes, welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today? It's Wine Thursdays. I just made it up. If you are new here, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. It would make my heart excited. Don't forget to share this video. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time that I post another video. I feel like this is off today, but we gonna roll with the punches. Today I have my homemade seafood boil in a bowl. So I have shrimp. See that? And me love salt. That's good. Now I also have jasmine rice and some black mussels this time, y'all. I got the 2 times spicy. Well, 1 time. And I'm gonna put over my rice. And I got some cucumbers here on the side that I'm going to dip in my little butter sauce that I have here floating at the bottom. See? So, how are you guys doing today? Now, about these mussels, okay? Okay. I can do these. Them green lip ones? Nope. That ain't my thing. But these right here, I can do them. And that was easy to cook. You just put them on the stove. White wine. It was like white wine, vinaigrettes. White wine. I don't like that rice though. But, so anyway, how are you guys doing today? Today is Friday Eve. My stomach is growling. I'm hungry today, y'all. Because I waited until I got home today to eat. All I had today was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So, we are going to pick up right where we left off. Now, I think yesterday we might have left off with Ethic in the hospital, but it's close to Christmas, so he desperately wants to get home and kind of do Christmas for his with his loved ones. I don't know if I said, but this is beloved sauce that this is in, guys. So he goes down to the room to see Nanny, because he's still been checking on her ever since he woke up. So he go down the hallway and go in there, and every time he see her, he say, "Hey, beautiful." You know, and they get to talking. Well, they ain't talking because she's still in the coma, but he basically just tell her like how much he loved Alani and how he want to get it right with her, and he's sorry. And in the middle of him talking, he hears Nanny like you know, like she trying to wake up. Oh, I can't eat this one. This don't look good. Nope. Sorry. So he like, I need a nurse. I need a nurse. And he's so happy because he feel like he's happy for Alani because now she'll have somebody to do Christmas with. But before, now they all leaving, to go home, and they tell Ethic he gonna be released the next day. And so Bella asks, like, Daddy, is it okay if I go and spend Christmas Eve with Alani? And he like, you don't want to be home for Christmas? And she like, yes, but I don't want her to be alone on Christmas. She doesn't have anybody, and I don't want her to be alone for Christmas. So, he like, okay, that's fine, you can go. And then Easy like, why she always get to go? Like, how come I can't go too? And so he like, it's just you don't want to spend time with your daddy. That's a girl's thing, you know, that they're doing over there. And he like, okay, fine. So Alani's excited because her aunt has come too. She's not really stable enough to come home, but Alani's just happy that she's awake. So Ethic had left the room when everything happened because he didn't want to be the one. He didn't want to be there when Alani came. He didn't want to ruin it for her. Because even though they basically sharing custody of Bella, they still are not in the best terms with each other. So she's at home, you know, getting her house together because her nanny's coming back home. And she's excited because things are turning out for the better. You know, she feeling lighter. She done decided to have the baby, not necessarily keep it, but have it. And she's still able to have a relationship with Bella. So everything is kind of, I'm not going to say on a full up and up with Alani, but it's getting there. So she's cleaning up her house, and all of a sudden she hears a knock on the door, and she like, who could this be knocking on my door? And she look out the window, and she see the Range Rover, and she like, no, please, not today. Like, I just don't want to do this with you. I'm trying to rid my life of you, sir. And when she gets to the door, she crack it open, mind you, because she don't want Esther to know that she's pregnant. So Bella's like, it's okay, he's not coming in. He just dropped me off. I just didn't want you to have to spend Christmas by yourself. So Alani's like, okay, that's fine, thank you. He don't say nothing. He just like leaned against the car. And imagine he done just got released from the hospital. That same day. He wounded, okay? He bandaged up. He's bandaged up. If you look inside of these muscles, I promise you won't eat them. Like it just looks icky. And I'm about to stop looking, or I'm gonna be done. Sorry, but he lets her go in the house or whatever, and all of a sudden she hear this noise outside, and she like, what is that sound? Like I told you, he bandaged up. Okay, 3 broken ribs or fractured ribs. Whole bullet hole in the center. And that's what he outside doing. Shoveling the snow. I said, well, would you look at that? If that ain't a man, I know something. Look at that shrimp that we love sauce on there. You see it? See? And she like, of course. Because Ethic is the man. He's all man. And he doing what he gotta do, regardless of what's going on with him. So she tell Bella, like, well, since you staying in, we're gonna go ahead and finish cooking Christmas dinner. Watch the Christmas Story. We're gonna make a night out of it. So she tell her, like, she hoped that eventually she need to hurry up and stop being mad at her daddy, because he waited so long for her. And he needs her. And if she could just hurry up and stop being mad, you know, maybe they could figure everything out. And so she tell her, like, go ahead, Bella, go upstairs and get your pajamas, and we can get everything going. And this is after they done cooked in the kitchen, slaving over the stove. And Bella's like, that's child labor laws you broke. Got me in there cooking all that food. So she told her to go upstairs and get dressed, put her pajamas on. And when she gets upstairs, she stops at Kenzie's room. Now, mind you, Kenzie's room is exactly how it was left. Nothing has changed in her room. Alani hasn't moved anything. She hasn't added anything. Exactly how it was left for Kenzie is exactly how Alani left it. So she said if it was anybody else, I don't have no napkins, y'all, except for this on my lap. She said if it was anybody else, she would have, told them to get out. But because I feel like this is blocking the food, sorry, y'all. She would have told them, like they not allowed in there. But because it's Bella and she knows that Bella is curious, she allowed Bella to stay. So she stopped in and she said, I really am sorry about your daughter. And she was like, she really was beautiful. And she was like, she was. And she was like, well, go ahead. You can stay for a little while. I'll meet you downstairs. So they go downstairs. And I want to say that they might have exchanged gifts. And so she got Alani. Oh, no. Oh, my pants. She bought Alani a Louis Vuitton, like, tote signature bag. She wanted to give her a diaper bag, but she couldn't give her a diaper bag because her daddy didn't know about the baby. So she just got her a big enough tote bag. Easy got her a diamond pendant. And she was like, I can't accept this. And Bella was like, my dad said you would say that. Keep going. And so she opened it up. She was like so overjoyed, thank you so much, Bella. I appreciate it so much. And she would tell him like my dad told her like my dad let us get $2,000 out of our savings account, to go shopping for people. And so this is what we decided to do. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to stop looking in here, y'all. So Easy got her a necklace. And so she was like, I don't know what this is, but sorry, y'all, it was something crunchy. It ain't supposed to be. She was like, I don't know what this gift is, but my daddy gave it to you. She was like, it's a bunch of papers, kind of corny, huh? And she started laughing. She was like, well, let me just open it up and see what it is. And so she opens it up, and it is the deed to every house on her block. Okay. So he said a woman with assets is what he got. So he done bought every house on the block. All of it is in her name. And they're going to redo the whole block, but all of the block belongs to Alani now. If you ain't buying the block for me, don't even come, okay? Like, if you can't give me the block, I don't want it, okay? If you're not loving me like that, making me a woman with assets, investing in my future, investing in me financially like that, like, and giving me all the love you got to give, guess what? I don't even want it. If you ain't loving me like ethic, I don't want it. I don't want it, okay? I just don't want it. I know it's like, people call it like suffering love. Hey, call it what you want. But if you're not loving me like ethic, don't worry about it. Because this woman done shot this man, okay? Got him up in the hospital, ribs broke, all type of stuff. And he get out, and this the first thing he want to do, shovel your grass while he bandaged up and buy you the whole block. Like, all right, come on. I just ain't seen it ever in my life. So she started crying, and she remembered from when they had their first date that's what he said. Like, if you could do it with one house, you could do it with a whole block. And so he invested in his baby, even though they on the outs. But he still did, okay? He gave her a whole block. Who buying you a block? Ain't nobody buying me no block. I'm still waiting on this block to come. So She was like, that's a pretty stupid gift, huh? She was like, no, Bella. No, it's not. And so she was like, well, I got something for you, too. So she gave her a book, a Maya Angelou book, and she said that she was going to give it to Kenzie, but of course Kenzie was too young. And since Kenzie is not here anymore, she wants to give it to her. And she just basically said, thank you for, like, I really am sorry about your daughter, but thank you for being available for me, like for sacrificing a piece of you for me. And she's like, oh, Bella, I wouldn't have it any other way, you know. And so I think they might have fell asleep on the couch, and she said, you give Easy a hug for me. I think she got him a hug too. Gave him a gift too, like something from like the GameStop or something like that. And then she also gave Bella a Pandora bracelet, which she was so excited about because she said all the little girls at her school got one. So she packed up the next day comes and she packed all the food up that they cook, and she sends it home with Bella. And in the middle of the night, now this is Christmas Day, in the middle of the night, she gets overwhelmed, you know, like with emotion. Like all she has to do is call Ethic and tell him that she want to do it, and she know that he will, but a part of her is just so torn. Like, how can I even try to spend Christmas with him and my daughter is no more? And so she just called him and held the phone. And so when he heard her, he got up, got dressed, and went over to her house. And like, they holding the phone though. Ain't nobody saying that. She breathing, but he can hear us crying. He like, I'm on my way, baby. So he get over there and he open up the door, and he knock on the door, and he like, just let me in, please, just let me in. And she wouldn't let him in, but he could hear her crying on the other side of the door. And so he heartbroken, she's heartbroken. It's just a lot with them, okay? The love is so strong, but the hate is even stronger, it seems like. So everything kind of goes on with them like they normally do. Bella spends a lot of time over there because she's still her mentor. And so one night Bella calls her on FaceTime. And they talking on the FaceTime, and all of a sudden it goes black in the house. Like the lights go black in the house. And she like, Bella, like, what's that? What's going on or whatever? And she like, I don't know. Hold on, Bella, let me go see. So all of a sudden she goes, and then the phone like drops. And so Bella's like screaming like, what's wrong, Alani? What's wrong? What's going on, Alani? She calling her. And so when she get out into the hallway, she like smash her foot on some glass that has broken. And so she looking around like, what the happened? Now, mind you, Alani is like 7 months pregnant at the time, a little bit over 7 months pregnant. And she going to the hallway, and it's Kareem. And she like, she's startled, like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing here? He like, you done set me up. Like, you had you told them that I did something that I didn't do, so they could lock me up. And she like, no, I had nothing to do with that. Now, mind you, she didn't have anything to do with it. That was Bella's story that the police rolled with. And, of course, his fingerprints was probably on there because he was there. But just not doing what Bella said he was doing. And when she stepped into the light, he was like, you pregnant, La? And she like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. You know, it's not like that. I haven't been with him since. He's like, oh, no. You know, I'm like, He's like, I'm sorry, La, but ain't no way I can let y'all have this baby and man's dead. Like, no, I can't. I just can't do that. He pushed her off the banister. She go flying, hit the ground. Bella is hysterical because she don't know what's going on. She can't see Alani. She don't know what to do. So she run downstairs and she tell her daddy, like, Daddy, I need to tell you something. I know you're going to be mad at me, but I think we really need to get over to Alani's house right now because I think she might be in trouble. Now, yoga is what he usually does downstairs in the basement. So they really know not to bother him doing yoga. But this is life or death to poor little Bella. So he like, well, what happened? And she like, well, I don't know, but I was talking to her on the phone, and then all of a sudden it went black, and I think that man is back there again. And when he said that man is back there again, well, I think she's in danger. I think them flew up the stairs. He's taking the steps 2 at a time. She was like, by the way, Daddy, she's pregnant. I'm sorry. You know, I'm like, oh my God, I've been lying for you for a long time, and I'm real, real sorry. And I know I shouldn't tell no lie, but I'm real sorry. So he flying over to the hospital. He's trying to hurry up and get there. He gets, it flashes back to Alani. And she's like, oh my God, what's wrong? Like, my head hurt, my back hurt. Like, ma'am, are you okay? And she like, my aunt, she at the hospital. Like, your aunt is okay. She the one who called the police. So mind you, she on the floor now. She done fell from upstairs onto the floor. But Nanny done pushed her panic button on her bed because she done came home to tell them that something's wrong. She's like, is my baby okay? Is my baby okay? Like, we're going to get your OB over here and we're going to make sure everything is okay. Now, imagine she didn't want the baby at first, okay? She still didn't know if she was going to keep the baby. And now that the baby's life may be in danger and hers might be in danger, now she's panicking. So she's like, well, I feel fine. So if I feel fine, I'm a little sore. My back hurt a little bit. She's like, if I feel fine, then that means that the baby has to be okay, right? So they giving her a whole bunch of tests, asking her questions. They're like, what's your name, ma'am? And she like, Alani Hill. And she's like, okay. So her OB come in, and her OB does, like, you know, an ultrasound. So the OB doing an ultrasound, and she like, I'm so sorry, Alani, but I don't hear a heartbeat. And she like, check again. And then the doctor was like, I'm really sorry. She like, check again. You know, I'm like, quit telling me you sorry and check again. The doctor, you know, take her time. She tried to go slow, go to a different side. There is no heartbeat. Okay. So she's devastated at this point. Like, now, what am I going to do now? I didn't even know what I wanted to do. But now that the choice is taken away from me, I'm heartbroken. So they tell her, like, well, the baby has to come out. You can't hold the baby in there for a long time because that's not going to be good for you. She crying. This part was so sad for me, y'all. Like, I think I was like, I felt like I was right in the hospital room with him in the corner, like crying, trying not to cry. So mind you, Ethic is on his way to the hospital. So she instantly starts thinking, like, I should have told him. He would have been here with me. I wouldn't have had to do this by myself. In the process of her thinking that, she's telling the doctor, like, okay, we're going to get you ready. We're going to get you ready to push. And she like, I can't do this. And the doctor like, you have to. You have to get the baby out. She's like, you want me to push my dead baby out? And they're like, I'm sorry, but there is no other way. Do you want an epidural? She's like, no, I don't want an epidural. Like, I want to feel all the pain. Because she feel like this is the only thing, the only memory that I'm going to have of my baby. So she laying on the bed. They telling her to push. She hollering, she can't. I can't. In walks Ethic. You can. Yes, you can, baby. I think I probably cried before I even made it to the next part. So he done told her, like, yes, you can. So he gets in the bed with her and he lays behind her. He rubbing her head and he rubbing her stomach and he telling her, like, you know, I can do everything in the world for you. I can be strong. I can make anything happen, anything shake. But this particular thing and this particular moment I can't do, but I can be here with you. And he like, and you have to do it. She's like, I can't. He was like, you can and you have to. He like, come on, baby, you're doing a real good job. So she get the pushing 1 or 2 times, maybe 3 times. And all of a sudden the baby come out, but there's no crying. And so Ethic is like, what's going on? And his baby is blue. And he is like, did y'all know? Like, he looking around like, did you know that this was going to happen? And she's like, I'm so sorry. He's so devastated. He couldn't pull himself together. And then it says that the only thing that could have pulled him away from her in a moment was his blue baby. And the baby wasn't breathing. So he done wrapped the baby up. He held the baby real tight. He done broke down crying because he don't know what to do. And so Alani's crying. He gets her through, you know, the afterbirth and everything like that. And then he gives her the baby and he go to leave. Because now he feel like I got to take care of this. Because not only do I have to, am I mad at you? Like I literally almost hate you. Because one, you told me that the baby was, you got rid of the baby. And then now here it is, the baby. And now the baby is dead. Like I can't handle all of that. Like you vindictively did this to me. Like you didn't even try to let me in on what was going on. You kept this from me, and not only did you keep it from me, but you tied my daughter into your last suit. Now here it is, when I could have kept you safe from any harm or danger that would have came. You put yourself in the line, and look what happened. I gotta go. I don't want to be in here with you. I don't like you right now. I gotta go. And she like, you owe me. You can't leave me. He like, I don't owe you nothing. Like I am who I am. And because I didn't do what I said I should have did or took care of business like I normally would have been, I tried to make sure that I didn't bring any more mayhem to your doorstep by not getting rid of your baby daddy. But because I didn't, now he done got rid of my son. Like, nah, I don't owe you nothing and I'm getting up out of here. I gotta go. And she like, I don't want you to do anything for me. I don't want you to get rid of people for me. I want you to let people live for me. He said, I can't. I ain't that type of guy. She was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, how am I supposed to breathe after this? You know, how am I do that? He was like, you on your own. Like, you got to breathe on your own. This is probably, I think, the most distraught I've ever seen Ethic and towards Alani. Like, it's almost like nothing that she could do could make him be here. But in this particular moment, I think is the only time that I can honestly say that I think he hated her, because it was like so many emotions going on at one time. I couldn't be the man that I would have been, and I couldn't eliminate the problem that I would have eliminated because I was trying not to hurt you. And now here it is in the end, I'm hurt with a dead baby. Like, it's just too much. So he leaves, and he leaves her there, and he goes to take care of Cream. Okay, because like, ain't no way you about to do what you did to my woman and my unborn child. And that's how that ends. Book 2 ends for Ethic and Alani. I think the only thing I might have left out was Messiah and Morgan. And Messiah and Morgan were still in bliss. He gave her some for Christmas, because around Christmas time, he didn't celebrate Christmas, but because Christmas was such a big deal for her, he put up a Christmas tree, and she wound up not coming until later on because she couldn't get away from Ethic's house, and he was upset. But he gave her a diamond ring, a 3-piece diamond ring, a 3-stone diamond ring, and some insurance papers, like some life insurance papers. She's like, this does not feel like a Christmas gift. And he was like, I just want you to know, like, if anything happens to me. She's like, why are you saying this? She's like, this is not Merry Christmas. Like, this sounds bad. And he was like, just listen to me. Like, I just want you to have this. Just know that. He's like, this is the type of ring that you give to a woman who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And he was like, right now, marriage is not something that we are even at. But I want to be the man to give you a ring to let you know that if I could have, I would be the one to make an honest woman out of you. So, they, I think, oh, I'm sorry, I was just confused. But they in a spot where they still loving on each other, still trying to figure their little union out. But that's how it ends. So he leaves, and he has to go and handle. He has to go and handle Cream. So she did name the baby Love. The baby's name is Love Ezra Okafor. So when he left her, she said, God, please take care of my babies. Please take care of him too, and give me the strength to walk away, because she feels like this is just it for them. Like, it's just too much madness and mayhem has happened between the two of them. And he couldn't go through it anymore. I don't know if I didn't mention Blue, but Blue is Ethic's, I mean, not Ethic. Blue is Messiah's friend. She's like the only female friend that he has. So she wound up coming over for Christmas too. And that's her and Morgan kind of exchange meetings at the time. And so she finds out that Blue is important to him. and things like that. So that's it. Love passes away. Ethic and Alani's relationship is on the outs. And he going to take care of what he should have took care of a long time ago. So that's it. That ends Ethic 2. I love it. The second installment of an epic love story. I already have Ethic 3, so we're going to do Ethic 3 tomorrow. We're going to start it tomorrow. So don't forget, if you're new to the channel, to like, subscribe, and share this video. Hit the notification bell whenever you, hit the notification bell so you can know every time I post a video. And meet me back here tomorrow, same time, not same time, but same place. And thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, bye, my jujubee.